I've never belonged to a union in my life. I'm 63 years old, so I probably never will. But every job I've ever had, the unions affect what we make, and they've benefited me. It affects prevailing wage. First job I ever had, whatever the union got, we got. We didn't have to do anything. It was handed to us. And we benefited greatly from the fact that there was a union. So it affects us all. It benefits us all. It doesn't hurt us. It benefits us.
So what was your job?
I was a secretary at OSU, Ohio State University.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, or technically I was a clerk typist too. But I got the benefits when we paid for health insurance, and then the union got free health insurance, and then we got free health insurance. Just automatically because the union got it. So it benefits all of us. So it's huge, and I'm sorry.
Oh no, this is great.
Yeah, I like this. I love the noise level.
Oh yeah.
All the cars coming past, and you'll notice that the police don't want to do. They're not going to take any. Well, if we broke the law, they'd have to do something. But they're sympathetic. They're on our side. In Wisconsin, they wrote a letter thanking the protesters for being so easygoing and so easy to work with. That was the closest they could come legally to saying, hey, we're on your side. But we had some police officers give us the thumbs up on the way out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this affects all the unions, doesn't it, in general, or is it just public?
Well, so many of them have just been busted, have just been destroyed, and we need to get the unions back. We need to keep what we have and get them more power, not less power. And the biggest thing, their petition right now, I teach, but I'm an adjunct. I teach on the college level, and I'm an adjunct, so I'm not in a union. But again, we get a little better pay and whatever because of the union for the full-time people. No, we need to bring it back to the strength it used to be. I mean, I grew up in the 50s, and we had neighbors, I had classmates whose dad would work in a factory and make enough money to support the family on a decent level, and mom didn't necessarily have to work. And, that's gone, especially since they did things like shipping out all those jobs from Flint, Michigan, GM Flint shipping out all those jobs. I mean, they've busted unions in a million different ways, shipping things out to other countries so that, you never hear about the International Ladies Garment Workers Union now. It used to be a big thing.
I've never heard of it, to be honest.
Well, they had that look for the union label. If you go on YouTube, you'll be able to find that look for the union label. There's a couple ads that have that song on it. And that was something that we were all familiar with the tune, not that we knew the words or anything, but in fact, Saturday Night Live did a spoof on it about you need to hire American pot growers. They by shipping all the jobs overseas, they've gutted the unions that we have here, and this is the jobs. These are the few jobs they can't. That they can't ship out. But the big thing, I know what I was leading to, what the unions are fighting for now isn't so much pay and benefits. What they're fighting for now is working conditions so that they can do their job and do it right. You have nurses working in ERs where the ER is understaffed, and they're worried who they might kill on that shift. Because they can't get to everybody all the time. I attended a funeral it was in 1995 for an 8-year-old girl who had been hit by a car, and the person who hit her had been working a night shift as a nurse. And he was devastated. They had to send him to the emergency room. He was hospitalized and she was hospitalized. She only lived maybe an hour. But the fact, it makes me wonder, was he working overtime? Had they put him on a double shift? This kind of stuff's going on all the time. Teachers are fighting for smaller class size. That's so that they can do their job, so that they can actually teach, so they can be effective with the kids. firefighters are fighting for good enough equipment so that they can do the job right, so that they can actually successfully save lives. If they don't have that, they can't achieve what they need to achieve. Everybody suffers if that's not done.
That's true.
So, but that's, a lot of people don't get this. It's not about money at this point. It's about being able to do your job and being able to do it right. People go into teaching because it's a passion. I teach at the college level. I've only been doing it for about 5 years, but I do it because I like it. I would never do it for them. Well, I expect to get paid.
Yeah.
But if it was for a great income, I definitely picked the wrong job.
That's true.
If you
Yeah.
do it right, you put in a whole lot more hours than what you get paid for.
Oh yeah.
And so, but I think it's really important that people realize that this is about working conditions that make it possible to do the job right. These people want to be true professionals, not slackers. And they can't be true professionals if they don't have the equipment. If teachers have to work with classes of 40 kids instead of 20, whatever. If they're cutting art classes from schools and music classes, which have a lot to do with how the kids' brains develop. All of those things. If they're cutting, that's the stuff they're fighting for, is to make it so that the people that we work for, the people that we serve, get served better. So, love all these cars coming past.
That's awesome. And you said it all started back with Reagan and the air traffic controllers?
Well, that's my memory of it, yeah, when he got rid of the air traffic controllers. And they were fighting for, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it wasn't money. It had to do, I think it was shorter shifts, because if you're an air traffic controller and you work too long of a shift, you start not seeing things. I mean, it starts causing accidents. And so they were fighting for better conditions so that they could make sure that there would not be runway accidents and so on.
Wow.
And Ronald Reagan fired the entire union. And we started all over again on air traffic controllers. So that's the beginning as I remember. But really, even before that, they were shipping jobs out to China. So we were starting to get clothes shipped in from China and so on. So and then other countries. So, but that was a watershed moment when he fired the air traffic controllers.